This is an Off the Tongue podcast.
Hey everybody, Doug.
Greg.
And this is Mike.
And we are the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast, part of the Off the Tongue podcast network. And who else might be on the Off the Tongue podcast network, you might ask? Well, you got the Greener Grass podcast. We got Teach a Dummy, Skate Ohio, the original Copycats, and Pint Pals podcast. So make sure to check all them out and give us a listen as well. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into the show. We have a lot going on tonight. A big shoe, so to speak.
A really big shoe.
I feel like we got 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. So I'm going to just jump in here. We each got one thing kind of up front, and we're going to do we have Would You Rather segment. We're going to have some hot alien talk. And then I got a game we're going to call Police Lineup and see if you guys can finger the
Are we going to be
so
in a police lineup?
Maybe. Maybe.
It depends on how the rest of the show goes.
Yes. We could be in a lineup because we killed comedy. I don't know. We'll see. So, Mike, I think were you?
I was going to go first, knock mine out.
Fire away.
All right.
Let's go.
So, my gripe this week is I've been noticing more and more. I've always griped about ads, that they drive me insane. But I've just been noticing more and more. They're starting to snipe us with ads now. It's like you listen to one of the same podcasts I do, and you'll be listening along, and used to be, there would be like the announcer would say, we're going to take a little break for some ads now or whatever. Or they would naturally lead into an ad. There would be a natural pause. Now they'll just be talking and an ad will pop in. Well, I've noticed the same thing on TV with like Hulu. I'll be watching the show. Lori and I were watching a show the other night, and all of a sudden we're going, hold on, is this still the show? And it's like, no, it was a stupid ad. It's like, how did they get the ad going? We thought it was still the show.
That happened to us last week. I was watching Hulu with my wife, and we were sitting there, and she said, did you change the channel? I said, no, this is an ad. Because it doesn't it's not like a natural break.
Yeah.
It's like, hold it, don't move. Do you have incontinence? Like, what happened? What's going on? Did the murderer pee his pants? I don't know what's going on. What is happening?
I'm very confused. It's been happening with podcasts. It's been happening with TV shows. Yeah. It's driving me insane. There should be a stop either point. The announcer should say something or there should be a natural pause. Like there used to be, like end of a song and there'd be a little like break or something. But no, it just is like they're talking, like you said, guy getting ready to shoot a gun or something. And all of a sudden, boom, you got an old man and woman walking down a sidewalk or something. And it's like, what happened? I don't know. We were just watching the show. So anyways, that's my gripe this week. I'll make it short and sweet, but it's ads. So Mike, to you.
This gripe brought to you by.
That's right. We would have a natural break to see, and I don't know if we do for this podcast. When we put it out there, I don't know if the platform puts ads in just random. I've not heard them.
Yeah, I don't know. Or what they need is almost like, what was that, CSI Miami with the lieutenant with the red hair from originally, yeah. Where he would put on his glasses. He's like, well, that right there will wrap this up. It's like if they were talking about something, somebody murdered in a pool. I guess that's one pool that won't need cleaned up again. And he puts his gloves on. Yeah! Like, cut to the break. I like it.
Yeah. Give us a natural lead in. So, I don't know.
I agree.
It's just been agitating.
I agree.
I'm so easily agitated too.
What? So, my little story is... It's a quick one too, but Courtney and I were on a date on Saturday.
Ooh.
We went mini golfing. Very exciting date.
I like some mini golf.
I enjoy it every once in a while. We go either on vacation, we'll hit up like the little touristy mini golf places. It seems like that. I don't know why, but we do at least one of those. But
remember that one in Florida where you could like feed the alligators while you were mini golfing?
It was very Florida.
It was very Florida.
So, why is there not? I'm sorry, this won't take away from your time. Why aren't there other sports that do that? We went mini basketballing.
I had a mini bowl.
Mini bowl, okay. I have mini football. We went mini wrestling.
Well, there's that.
There is midget wrestling, and that's That is the name of the event before everybody says, it's like, listen, it's called Midget Wrestling. Yeah. The Midget Wrestling Federation, and they're coming. Yeah. I think we need
I've got my tickets already.
I think we need a remote podcast.
Yeah. Typically, we don't participate in that, though.
They would whip me. That's why. I don't want to be pinned. Like there's no win for me. I'm going to lose.
I would be dead.
It's not going to be good. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
But yeah, so we went mini golfing, and it was packed. I mean, the place was packed. So it was a nice night. Yeah. A Saturday night. This is what you'd expect. So we waited, 10 minutes for even clubs. Like, that's how busy it was before we get on the course. So we go out there, and it's kind of moving slow, but, like, we're not in a rush.
Is there a gallery out there? Were they out there watching?
They follow you around from hole to hole.
I'm on hole 7.
Yeah. The announcers, you see them back there at the little table. But... it's fine.
Board with your names on it. Yeah. Gennard, they dropped down a couple of pegs.
I don't want to be broadcasting that. That would not be good. The little kids that are beating me, it'd be like the Doug in his wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're having a good time, but we get backed up very quickly. We notice very quickly. And it's a group of like 7, I think it was 7 little girls and like 1 mom who's, I assume it's like a party, like a little kid's party or something.
Right.
They're having fun, but they are taking a long time. But they're so backed up that it's like not worth letting people go in front of them because they'll never get to play.
Right.
It's that backed up. So we just wait, and we're probably waiting 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe.
Per hole?
Yeah, and it's a long time. I'm not going to lie.
It's
a long time.
That's rough at mini golf.
Yeah.
10 minutes of wait.
We about shut the place down. So anyway... The more annoying thing to me was the people behind us. So they were also, I assume, on a date. They were.
How many of them were there in that group?
2. There were 2 behind us.
A pair.
So,
well, you should have made a foursome and had them come join you.
I don't think I want to. The reason why is these people were the most serious mini golfers I think I have ever encountered. Not the little bit of like irony. There's no irony in that. I mean, they absolutely were taking it as if it was the Masters. Like they were playing for the green jacket.
Caddies.
The guy had a caddy.
More or less.
Different putters.
A little small golf cart.
I kid you not. The guy goes out there and he measures parts of the course with it. I was like, "What are you doing?"
What, with his club?
Yeah. And he's like walking, walking it out. And he does that typical squat. He's like looking for elevation. It's a mini golf course.
Yeah, that's too serious.
Now, did the woman do it too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was
maybe the woman didn't do it. I have done stuff like that to annoy my wife. She's like, just stop, because it will annoy her.
Very competitive.
Okay.
It was very, very
maybe
competitive.
They had big maybe they had high stakes on this game.
They may have. And we were caught.
There was a sweet pot at the end of whoever won. I don't know.
We were caught in it, though.
So to speak. Yeah.
We were caught
I might get pretty competitive depending on what the content or the prize is. I don't know. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
No, for what it was, it's like I hear him talking about like, this course is nice, but it doesn't quite play like this other course. And I mean, like, that's their banter, like, as they're playing mini golf. It's like, well, the breeze is coming in at about 3 miles an hour from the northeast, and it could affect the ball this way going down that slope. I'm like, we're mini golfing. Courtney and I are here just like, bam, bam, I'm shooting like
sometimes
6.
knocking it off the.
I'm going over the
green.
par. Yeah, I'm like going in the water.
I would have purposely hit it behind me into there. Oh, sorry.
I would have beat you with a club.
Well, it's like as soon as we got done with a hole, we'd move up and wait in line for the next one. But I don't know. Immediately, these people are like done. They're like right back on us immediately. It's like.
Did you say they were saying things like, what's the hold up? And
yeah, I mean, and they're getting pushy and antsy and stuff. It's like,
see, that would make me go even slower.
Well, it's like, it's not even us. It's the kids.
And you got 7 little girls in front.
But here's the thing. It's like, I'm not that mad about it either, because we're playing like basically a little kids game. Like,
yeah.
And we're not taking it as if it was the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
It's like Courtney and I were just there for fun.
You got to go
to do on a Saturday night.
Yeah, you got to go into mini golf.
You don't have fun on a date, Mike. It's serious, very serious competition.
That's what I learned from that guy behind me.
Man, but you got to go into mini golf expecting to. I mean, if you're going to make a relaxing, fun thing out of it, you can't go there and be in a hurry, and because the odds are you're going to be waiting.
Yeah, and I will say, Courtney and I before have gotten like playfully competitive, like, oh, I'm gonna catch up to you or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's like the extent of it.
And then you hobbled her knee and yeah, a little hard to put some weight back on that foot now, isn't it?
Just wait till we go ice skating.
That's right.
Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
But
he's like Carl from Caddyshack. I'll slice him at the...
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, I didn't get it. I don't know if I can ever look at mini golf the same, though.
Yeah.
Or Happy Gilmore, you hire somebody to come up and distract them the whole course.
What do you think the number of, if you got a party
12.
of kids, how many do you think you should have on a hole?
4.
Because he was saying there's like 7.
I think you got to split it up. I think it's 4 and 3. You can't do all 7 on the one.
And
hole.
it's like they one at a time.
It's hard enough with kids anyways. I've tried it with the grandkids, and it's
to me it's 4 people on the hole, and you got to go.
Yeah. And when you play, do you play where everybody hits the ball, then everybody goes down and putts, or does one person play it all the way
everybody
through,
hits the ball,
and then everybody goes down?
Then the
there.
one closest to the hole hits and all the way out.
Yeah, that's the way we always play it too. But I have seen people that will play each person.
No, that's not the rules. Everybody putts and you all play together. That's how it is. You don't play real golf like that. You don't get up there and all the foursome, like one person hits and he goes and finishes, and then the next, like, no.
I finish my hole before anybody.
No. No.
You
get
stay
up there,
back here.
Everybody. Now, sometimes I will play miniature golf from the ladies' tee, but just to shorten it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I can hit to the hole from here.
I know. Or something going to get up there is like, you know what? This is a gimme. I just pick it up. I don't even hit. That's a 1. I crushed this course.
And you still got to go over a big hill, and it's like, I would get that.
Oh, yeah.
It would not be a problem. Mini golf's fun. It's a weird, I can go mini golfing, and I like it, but by about the time I get through 18, I'm done. It's like, I'm like, okay.
Sometimes by like the 16th, I'm just like, whack, whack. Hey, come on, smack the ball. Let's go.
Yeah, it's not like.
It's almost like, let's see how fast I can get through this hole. I don't even care if it's 27 strokes. Let's.
Because we were talking before you got here, we were talking about the new one over in East Peoria, and it's you can pay for like a day pass, and you can play as much as you want.
Who needs a day of miniature golf?
That's how it's priced. They have the 2 courses, inside and outside. You pay $22 for all day, and you play. You go back and you play as much as you want.
You can't just play one round.
Well, you can play 1 round. You can play 5 rounds. You can play as much.
But
as
I mean,
want.
you can't just pay for 1 round. It's like, this is the price. Pay as much as you want.
Not that
play as much as you want.
Not that I saw.
So that's a lot. $22 for 1 round.
I definitely won't be going there. Yeah, because I only want to play 1.
Yeah, because if there's 18 holes, it's like, I'm good.
Now, like bowling, I usually like 3 games, but by the 3rd game,
2 to
halfway
3,
in, I'm kind of like, my wrist is hurting. I'm kind of like, all right, let's just get this over with.
Yeah, and I know how much it's going to hurt tomorrow too.
Yeah, because I'm old.
Yeah, but that's all I had on the mini golf.
Yeah,
all right.
It's an interesting sport. I mean, it's a game. Whatever.
I think I was behind. Yes, some great mini golf players.
Yeah,
I could have.
You should have got their autograph.
Yeah.
Could you go to a mini bar and play mini pool?
You might. Well, they got
tabletop.
Go in there.
Those little desktop, executive desktop ones. You could play that. So
you'd have the little abacus thing that you could slide your points over.
You have to play for little dollars.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You swindled me.
Yeah. So.
All right. Actually, I got a couple things I forgot.
Yeah, that's fine.
One was a picture, but don't go to that yet. First thing is real quick. So my wife, we got some. One is a baked potato. So we got just the single baked potato. You can go to Kroger and it's wrapped 1 potato, so you can just bake it, And so she got it and she ripped it off, and it has cooking instructions inside. And she started laughing. I said, what? And it's giving you things. It's like, do not poke holes in the wrap. It's telling you all the things that. And then it says,
do not taunt potato.
Well, here's potatoes may whistle in the microwave.
Oh, I've never heard them whistle.
I said, well, they get bored in there. They're going around. Most of the time it's wall, wall, wall. Ooh, the kitchen. Wall, wall, wall. Ooh. Like,
well, they're going around. Would it be like calliope music? Maybe they're whistling.
See, but I don't think of a potato as a whistling type of vegetable.
No.
They're kind of lumbering. Humming. I picture them humming more.
Yeah, they'd be more of a
whistling. I think of like carrots or asparagus. They would whistle. It's more precise. I feel like they're a precise vegetable. I don't think of whistling from a potato.
No, I would have never thought of that.
Never pictured
I wouldn't have
vegetables
pictured it from any vegetable.
I wouldn't either, but she laughed. Like, I said, well, they get bored in there. You got to do something.
It'd be funny if the next turnaround you look in there, like they've got the whole like hat, the cane, you know.
And she hollers at me. I
dancing
turn around
potato.
and just falls over. Just like, I swear it was whistling. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Doug. Boom. It's just a potato. All right. So the next thing I got, I saw this billboard, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this billboard because I've seen a couple of them.
Should we go to the picture?
Go to the picture. I don't know what this is for, and I'll try to put this out there. It says, "Occult mental health, embrace your inner demons," and it has hands on the side. Therapy, ketamine, cannabis, compassion. It's a dual board certified, insurance accepted. What?
Wow.
What is it? First, what is it?
I don't think I have inner demon insurance.
You might want to check. Maybe it's a rider.
It's
What
it's
is
not
the
in your
name?
plan. You're,
What
I
is
got
the
a
name of
cheaper
the
plan.
business? There's no phone number. What is the name of it? I don't. How do you
That's
contact
true.
them?
There is no.
Like, we'll contact you.
yeah, through a seance.
I guess, yeah. You think about it and it comes to you.
And can you? Sorry, made that demon sound.
I guess you could Google occult mental health.
I found. Yeah.
Okay, so it says insurance accepted. I have a hard time getting my insurance to pay for like a colonoscopy. Can you imagine going in there? It's like, yeah, listen, I had to go in and get my chakra realigned, and here's what it is. I got a prescription to get my aura read. Like, what?
My inner demons are really acting up.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to go commune with an oracle this weekend, and that's what my occult mental health mentalist said. And then converse, shouldn't they have to, if the insurance covers this, I feel like they should cover like baptism and exorcists and blessings, right? I mean, you got to go both
you would
ways.
think you
don't
got to do it all.
This is weird.
I wonder if there's
I
a
don't-
copay.
Is the name of it occult mental health?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in a town around here I would not have expected that to be in.
Okay.
But it's weird. I don't know. Ketamine infusions, ketamine therapy.
And do I want, it's like embrace your inner I would think you don't want demons, right? Like
No.
you want to get rid of the demons.
I
if
want
you got
my
'em.
demons to be out.
Yeah, they're
Outer,
gone.
not inner.
I don't want demons at all. I don't want to have
I want
demons.
them. No.
So,
It says, step into the shadows of your mind with ketamine rituals where the veil between reality and the abyss thins. Embrace the darkness as you journey through altered states, confronting inner demons and unlocking hidden truths in a dance with the void.
this sounds like a horror movie. It's like this sounds like a Monday morning to me at work. Like, oh, I'm embracing my inner demons.
Dancing with the void, though.
It's like I want light and fluffy and fun.
I want a whistling potato. I don't.
Sure, that's right. I'm just going back to the whistling potato.
I don't want to dance with the void.
I know what I'm getting with the whistling potato.
Yeah.
I don't know what demon is waiting for.
Are you ready to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Yeah. One that from the first Batman with Michael
yeah.
Keaton. Yeah. So anyway, I've seen these billboards. I'm like, what is this? And the insurance accepted. I just like, really? And dual board from who? Yeah. Who is certifying this? What board?
2 boards.
Yes. We've talked to Satanists and Druids, and they both highly recommend us. Like, well, okay. I think I'm going to steer clear. I don't want to do that. So, I don't know. I just thought that was very odd, very strange.
It's therapy, ketamine, cannabis, and compassion.
Compassion.
You get a little compassion for
Sounds
your
like
demons.
it. They're like, come on in and we'll make you face the void.
Yeah.
I don't want to face the
Dance with the void.
I don't want to get in the void.
Is that like the safety dance, the void dance?
I don't know. I want to avoid the
If
void.
they don't dance.
We had to avoid the noid back in the 80s.
Yes,
I
we
guess
did.
now we need to
Dominoes.
avoid the void.
I don't know how you embrace a demon either. I don't
want
carefully.
to. Yeah, I don't want to do it. All right. Well, moving on. I didn't have anything other than that. I
Yeah.
just saw those. I thought, man, they're kind of strange. But
That's a weird one.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's go on to, I got 3 would you rathers, and let's just see how well these are going to go. We always love the would you rathers.
Yeah.
All right. The first would you rather.
Would you dance in the void? Or
Would you dance in the void? No.
Or embrace your demons.
That's
demon.
right. I don't know. Would you rather have to greet everyone you pass with a kiss on each cheek,
no.
like the European hello, like, or have to be compelled to give anyone you see wearing green a wedgie? So there you go.
Mike's got green on.
Well, see, if you would pick that, you would be compelled to try to give him
You do
a wedgie.
too.
Well, you'd be compelled to try to give us a
I have
wedgie.
to give you both wedgies.
I think I'd prefer that to you kiss me on the cheek. All right, so Mike, I'm going to make you go first this
That's
time.
fine. I'm giving wedgies.
Wedgies. Giving the wedgie.
And look, I might get the beat down or something by an attempted wedgie.
I think either way you're going to get a beat down.
Yeah, but either way, I'm not having to kiss somebody on the cheek. Both cheeks. And
on their face.
This is
for clarification.
People we pass.
Yeah, so it's just
No way.
Let's say they have to be like. Let's say they have to acknowledge you, like they say hey, or they hold the door open for you. So let's say you're not just grabbing somebody,
that's still not.
but still they're going to be strangers.
This is going to be at work.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you can be giving the wedgies at work too.
only if they wear green.
I know, but that's very
St.
likely.
Patrick's
It's
Day
very
should be
likely.
brutal.
Oh, you know what? Yeah,
St. Patrick's Day is not going to be a good
No,
day.
that's wedgie
That's
day.
fine. But
You may be murdered on St. Patrick's Day.
that's fine. I'm not kissing people on the. I'm not
I'm
kissing.
not
people on
talking you in or
cheeks.
out of it.
No,
we're just working it all.
I'm not
through.
kissing people on the cheeks. So I don't know. I'll take the wedgie. I'm not taking the wedgie today. I am. I'm wearing green, but I'd rather do that. If I have to do one, I'm doing the wedgie.
And when we say kiss, it's that kind of European where you just kind of put your cheek to the side, so
Nah.
you're not having to plant one hard on them.
Are you saying the people we do it to are expecting it or no?
No.
They're
They
not
could be, but they not necessarily. Like you could go to the Circle K gas station and be at the Circle K, and some guy says, "Hey, how's it going?" It's like, "Oh, I'm doing great."
Yeah, but then if the dude's wearing green, you got to grab his underwear
You
too.
do,
It's
and
like-
you got to yank it.
Mm-hmm.
Or some gal's got like a thong on, you got to grab old.
Yeah. So where are you going?
This is people you pass. Think about how many people you walk past in a day.
Well, I know. Well, they don't all acknowledge me though, so maybe I'm going to start wearing sunglasses. And I'm going to have my head
I
down.
don't like that stipulation. I think it's if you walk within a certain vicinity of them. You know,
If they pass you, and I think they
Well,
have
he
to
said
acknowledge,
they have to acknowledge,
like make eye contact and say, like how you
Like
doing?
give you the head shake or
Yeah, or I just say, let's say they make eye contact to acknowledge you, like, and smile, anything like that. If they're not looking, like they're going across the street and you walk by them, I'll say no. Because green's not I mean, you might not see anybody wearing green.
Yeah, I ain't kissing people on the cheeks. I guess I'm gonna have to do the wedgie too. I don't like it, and I don't know.
I don't think they'll like it.
No.
I'll just lead with that. Like, look, this isn't going to be fun for me or you, but I have to do this.
Well,
And
let's
you
say
better learn
can't
not to wear
say,
green.
And if you're kissing, you can't say either. You just have to go with it and say, "Oh, hello."
I'll play it off somehow.
Either way, you're gonna get smacked.
It's like, stop struggling. This is happening. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's happening. I must.
I'm just going to carry around a big bag of spare underwear with me or something.
Throw them out.
I'm sorry.
You have to have a lot of sizes, different things.
I think I
went
got to go the wedgie. I think I got it. I was gonna try to be the spoiler, but
Well, I'll be the spoiler. I said kiss. I'm going to play
What?
it off. I'm going to
No
play it
way.
off, and I'm going to listen. I
No
don't like
way.
either, but I'm not grabbing somebody's nasty underwear and ripping them up. I'm just not doing it.
but
I can't see you.
It's only
What if you
people who
grab
bopping
some
somebody
like
on the cheek?
there's some big construction dude and the band of underwear just rips completely off in your hand? It's like, no, I don't want to touch. I don't want to touch the undies.
You're going to get the sweaty
I
face.
won't. I won't touch the undies.
Yeah, but you're
I
still.
just touch my cheek and I'll play it off like I'm European. I don't want to do either one of these. There's not a win.
Somebody gives you the eye. Oh, and you made the eye contact, so you got to do it.
Yeah.
And right before that, big old sneeze.
I don't care.
Oh man,
they're going to enjoy it. They're going to have a tail to tail then.
No, they sneeze.
Yeah, I know.
And you got to go up and kiss right through the sneeze.
Some big old sweaty person come out of the bathroom. They're wearing green. Guess what? You got to go rip them up. There you are.
There's no good answer.
Some gangbangers in there wearing green. And
I guess I'm dead.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I don't want to do it.
If I go kiss him, that's probably not good either.
Probably not.
What are you doing?
Like I said, there's not a win in
Kissing
this.
is a sign of the rival gang.
Yeah.
Okay. Second scenario. Would you rather have your skin change color based on your emotions? And we're going to say
skin.
You have to wear. Let's say you have to wear a shirt that will chart that, so that people know what those emotions are. Or
So like a mood ring.
kind of like a mood ring, but it's your skin. Or you have tattoos on your arm that are constantly changing to depict whatever you're thinking, whatever thought pops into your head. It's just a boop, boop, boop. That could be bad too. So
Yeah, it could.
There's not. This is going to be tough. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. I am going to pick. I pick the emotions, just because it's a little more vague. But you got the. I got to wear the shirt, and it's going to have all the. It's going to tell what emotion it is I'm feeling. And for the record, I looked up, and there's supposedly the official list is like from Berkeley University. They did a study, 271 emotions that you could get. I mean, you can get empathy, sadness, fear, disgust, pleasure, amusement, lust, ecstasy, excitement, unhappy. It's going to be awful. It's not going to be good. But it is
What emotions are going to show when you're about to give a wedgie?
I was saying, this would pair very nicely with the first
It could be fear or excitement or ecstasy.
You're getting ready to go in for a kiss on the cheek, and all of a sudden it's like, woo.
You see, you change color of ecstasy and you grab the guy's underwear and rip them off. That might be bad. That's not a good
Could be
time.
a problem.
So I picked the color. I'm going to go color. And let's say with the tattoos, you can't wear sleeves. So your tats are always showing.
I got to go color too, because it's not.
It's more vague. It's more.
Because you try, you control your thoughts, but you never know.
No, you don't. It could be just things pop in there.
Yeah, I'd go the same way.
Okay, I figured that probably would be what would happen.
A lot of the times I kind of wear my emotions anyway, so.
See, I think my emotion would just be stuck on one color. And
In the
ecstasy.
Lori would
constantly.
probably,
It's in
Lori would probably agree with that.
It just says in the box.
Yeah.
See box
Well,
for details.
Or conversely, you're going to constantly change color, and Lori would know, and she's like, well, "Why don't you tell me? I can see you have these emotions." And it's like,
Well,
"No,
there
I don't.
There could be that.
I don't have emotions. I can see it.
Here,
You're
look
changing color
look
right
at my
now.
tattoo. Look at.
You're changing color right now." Like, no, don't do it. Okay. And number 3. Would you rather you only can wear comically oversized clown shoes all the time? I mean, gigantic clown shoes.
Bozo shoes.
Or you can never wear shoes ever again.
Oh, no.
This is bad because let's say it's always. You got to wear them all the time, the clown shoes. Bed, any activity you're doing, you can never take the clown shoes off. You've got the clown shoes.
Or
Always.
never wear shoes.
Or you're always barefoot. And I'll always be barefoot. That means wintertime. That means.
Are socks optional or?
I think it says, I think barefoot. I think you're barefoot.
Yeah, wintertime would be tough.
See, if socks were allowed, I could get away
Yeah.
with
Oh, well,
this.
yeah. If socks were allowed, it would be a lot
But now
easier.
I'm seriously conflicted now.
Driving's going to be difficult. A lot of activities are going to be either difficult or uncomfortable. It's going to be a little.
But try driving with clown shoes. I mean, it's like
You have to have a specially made car.
Get in the clown car.
you get a lot of passengers too.
That's right.
We're all piling in. I think I'm going to go barefoot. I don't think it's going to be easy. But I can't wear big red clown shoes all
They don't
everywhere.
have to be red.
Oh, I got
You
different
can
colors.
pick whatever color you want.
No, they're red.
Yeah.
They're, I see the red.
I picture them being red.
Red and yellow.
Yeah. No, I'm going
to match
there.
your nose.
I picture them honking when you walk. You no. Well, we won't make that. You could if you wanted to do that. But
I picture them being a very much a news. Yes, the barefoot's going to be. You're going to have sore feet. You're going to have cold feet.
Disgusting feet.
Disgusting feet.
You go into a public bathroom.
Oh,
see, there's some bad things that are going to happen.
I'll just never go in another public bathroom. Honey, we got to go home.
Get on a flight. Blah, 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 blah. You're walking around
the airport. Then
I'm going barefoot. I'm going barefoot.
The clown shoes.
Well, you got to get first class tickets if you got the clown shoes.
Yeah.
You can't fit anywhere else. Well, I guess you don't have to. You just get in there and just cram them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
Barefoot.
Where are you going?
I'm going to do the clown shoes. I hate bare feet. I hate my own bare feet.
Yep. Man.
And I'm going to be a clown, but you know what? I think I'm just going to buy into it. Like I'm
just pull it off. Just like,
I'm just going to embrace it.
Are you going to buy big baggy pants to go with them or?
No, maybe. I might
now, see, that might help with you giving wedgies because you look kind of, hey, who knows what's going to happen? The crazy clown guy is going to give you a wedgie.
Not the barefoot guy.
So you give them the wedgie. You got the clown shoes on. You get away with that.
I think for a while I'd find it really amusing, but then the same day I was like, I'd hate this at the same time.
Yeah, you're sitting watching TV. You got to move your feet out of the way because you can't see the TV. You got them propped. You're in the recliner. I can't see the screen.
But I hate feet enough that it's making me go clown shoes.
Oh,
feet disgust me.
It's tough.
I will say.
All right, I got to pick, and I don't know. I know
you're
you're
anti-foot. I know.
I'm honestly 50-50 on this. I can see.
What would push it over the edge?
See, I think I got to go barefoot simply because I don't think I can. I don't think I could maneuver my entire life with clown shoes. I just don't think I could do it.
It'd be a lot. It'd be hard to do.
I gotta go barefoot. It's seeing if I'm kissing people, they just think some kind of weird hippie dude. Oh, there's a weird barefoot freak, hippie guy. Peace and love.
Mike would look funny out at the mini golf place in his big shoes.
You just cover up the hole. The people behind you.
Yeah.
You
hear me from like 4 holes away.
Flap, flap, flap.
The clonking and stuff.
Oh man. So all right. So
I will say now things like going into like a funeral or something will be very awkward.
Yes, it would.
Bad.
Yes.
You think that's funny?
At the comedy club, I think I might be a hero. I don't know.
Yeah, you'd be okay there.
Yeah.
Circus.
Yep, it will be. All right. Well, let us move on to talk about UFOs.
The band?
Yeah, band UFO. No UFOs. And the first thing I want to talk, and I know we've talked about it before, is they talk, and the first thing they do is they say UFOs or UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena. I don't like that.
No,
I don't like a UAP.
No, I don't.
UFO.
It's UFO. That's what's
I want
always
you to say
been.
UFO. Yeah. A team of Harvard scientists got together and did this whole research paper that they turned in about UFOs. And it was in Global News, Fox News, a bunch of different things. And so what they did is they came up and they said they came up with 4 different scenarios of possibilities. What could these UFOs be? And as you read into the article, it says they were wanting to try to think outside the box of what it could. So they don't just say, hey, they're aliens. They come up with some weird different things. So the first one that they come up with, or at least on here, what they're talking about in this paper, is it's some kind of crypto-terrestrials from a different time or planet or dimension or something that's zapped over here. And I tried to look up crypto-terrestrials. I didn't really get a good definition. I know
I think it's
cryptology is like Bigfoot.
It's like
stuff.
cryptids, I think, but it's like
Probably.
But I think the crypto-terrestrials are like aliens. They're like the cryptids of aliens.
Okay, so they are.
Do they use cryptocurrency?
They could. Yeah. I like.
Do you guys take Bitcoin?
The name of the study is the Crypto-Terrestrial Hypothesis, a case for scientific openness to a concealed earthly explanation for unidentified anomalous phenomena.
Wow.
Providing 4 possible explanations for the ongoing concern regarding UAPs. Yeah, so the crypto-terrestrials, they came to Earth from a different time period or planet, and then they conceal themselves in stealth. So they're here, but they're hiding.
They're hiding.
In open view. The second hypothesis they came up with is it's a form of intelligent species evolved separately from humans on Earth, and they're hiding on our planet.
Why are they hiding all the time?
The paper suggests, they said they could be ape-like descendant.
Oh.
Or I like this one.
What was that monkey's
name? Or descendant of an unknown intelligent dinosaur.
An unknown.
Until I just pictured Tyrannosaurus Rex with a pipe. That's right.
Yeah.
We decided to go ahead and take on something to do about this lava. It's too hot. If they're so smart, why'd they get extinct? Why is that? But it also says that they could be underground dwellers. That's why we don't see them. They live underground. Well, wouldn't we, with all of this digging, be able to find them underground or hear them? We have seismographs everywhere, listening for earthquakes and everything else. You'd think we'd be able to hear them. The third hypothesis is that they're a remnant form of ancient civilization that exists on Earth. And despite being largely destroyed long ago, possibly by a flood or other natural disaster.
Ooh, the flood.
So there's some,
maybe Noah saw him.
Maybe he did. So it's like, Atlantis or some other thing like that where they would just, go away. And it says the fourth one, the possibility of something likened to earthbound angels, creatures that are perhaps a magical supernatural origin, like fairies, elves, or nymphs.
Or inner demons.
Oh, that's right. Maybe that's what
Maybe that's what they are.
They're going to find the UAPs. Says the authors, however, do concede that these theories, and especially the suggestion of elves or fairies, will be a hard sell in most of the scientific community.
Most.
And beyond.
Well, there are certain people that are really into it. They buy it wholesale.
So first off, if you're an intelligent dinosaur, how are you making and flying a spaceship around? They have little bitty arms. How are they going to go ahead?
Well, it depends which dinosaur.
I don't think any of them have long, big arms, do they?
Well, no, I don't think so. I mean,
I guess the Velociraptor has a little bit.
Well, the Spinosaurus, I think, has got
regular
one of them
arms?
has got somewhat long arms ish. Yeah, I think.
So it can fly a spaceship.
But if it evolves separately,
or maybe the spaceship's got really long controls.
It could be.
I don't know. But if it evolves separately, it could be a little bit different from the ones we're used to.
That's very true.
Maybe this is the intelligent T-Rex that evolved with.
Well, they said ape-like, maybe too.
Well, they did say ape-like, so another Bigfoot. I think we also Land of the Lost. It's Chaka. Wasn't it Chaka? I think it was Chaka. And then they had the Slee
Stacks.
They were intelligent. Hey, maybe Land of the Lost had it figured out.
I think they
They
did.
had the ape-like creature, and they had the intelligent dinosaur, which were the Slee Stacks.
I think those were real aliens.
That's what they watched before writing this paper.
Smoking dope and watching Land of the Lost and other Marty Sid Croft gems.
HR puffin stuff.
And, they had the fairies, elves, and nymphs. I don't think, first off, that fairies can fly that fast. I think it would rip their little bodies apart, right? Fairies are pretty fragile.
What do you got against fairies? Maybe they're,
I don't like them. They're too fragile, Greg.
Quit judging the fairies.
And elves, everyone knows they're only good for, fighting orcs or making cookies in a tree. I mean, really.
That is the only two things.
They're not gonna, be doing anything. And a nymph, I'm not 100% sure what a nymph is. So
I think it's elf-like.
Oh. It says a nymph is a minor female nature deity in ancient Greek lore. Okay. Yeah, and it is. They look kind of like fairies. So I don't know why they had to include them as their own separate category, but apparently we are.
Well, they didn't want to be lumped in with the other.
Yeah. So, and then at the end, they do make, like I said at the beginning, they tell that these are all just hypotheses that we've brought up to try to come up with other explanations for UFOs or UAP. So it's just made up stuff. They just make up a paper. It says it's yet to be peer reviewed. So we got to wait to see if what other scientists are going to say about this. But I got to thinking too, if you are one of the people that say you've been abducted,
probed.
I was just going to say, you brought that up, but I will say, I feel like I would accept it more if it was an alien, because okay, maybe they're just trying to figure out what's going on. But if it's just some ape-like creature digging around the dirt and he comes up and wants to, I feel like that's not right. It's like, no, listen.
I'd give him a wedgie.
I won't like it, but I will accept a probing from a space alien. I'm not accepting a probing from an intelligent dinosaur.
No.
Or a fairy or an elf. I will tell you that. There's no probing going on.
Garrick the monkey might probe you.
Garrick the monkey. He'd kill him. But I just feel like that's, I don't want to be probed by one of these.
No.
So I don't know. I don't know if you had anything else. I found this kind of interesting how they came up with this whole thing. It's like, oh, here's 4. And they're real serious about it until you get to the end. They're like, these are just hypotheses that we wanted to get people to think outside. It's like, oh, so you made up a whole paper. It's like fan fiction. You just created fan fiction about UFOs.
Loosely based on Land of the Lost.
Yeah.
I don't even know how loosely it is.
It might
One
be.
section was pretty dead on about Land of the Lost. I don't know. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I have one other story that kind of goes along with that. And this is out of Ireland. The Irish Star says hairy aliens.
That sounds like a good band name.
Hairy aliens use mind control to scare off officials from a UFO crash site. Ex-CIA scientists claim. A group of small, gray, and hairy aliens appeared on Earth, controlled the minds of covert American officials to stop them from recovering a UFO crash site, according to classified documents. So this goes into a bunch of different things, the scenarios they talk about, Roswell and crashes that they had over there. But the big one that they had, sorry here, I just lost where that was at. Okay, in a recount, an anonymous colonel recounts to a psychologist how during one crash retrieval, a massive UAP craft, I hate that. I don't like it. I don't like them using it, said materialized over the crash location, telepathically instructing the recovery crew against salvaging the downed vessel. The team then experienced 90 minutes of missing time and were not able to share that information with the staff at WPAFB, and in parentheses CIA, until they were telepathically released and able to do so. The psychologist states the little gray bees have thought control and empathy projection, although no further details of the encounter were made public. But my thought was, the thing that kind of made me laugh here was that they're able to wipe their mind and stuff, but then they'll release them and let them remember everything. It's like, why wouldn't you just wipe it and keep them so that they forget? And much like the cryptoterrestrials and intelligent dinosaurs, I don't want my aliens hairy either. I want them
they should
slick,
be smooth skin,
smooth, gray, with the bulbous eyes. I definitely don't want probed by a hairy alien.
No.
That is not happening. We are not doing that. Nobody wants to be probed.
Nobody wants it.
If you're going to be probed, I don't want it by a hairy alien.
Can you at least shave first?
You would. What a
alien society is really going downhill.
It is. Common decency.
Yes.
Really. All right. Did you guys have anything else you want to add to that before we move on?
I don't believe so.
Nothing?
I got nothing.
You got nothing. Mike? All right. Well, let's get on to our game. And I've tried to play this one about 3 or 4 weeks. It may be a complete bust, but we're going to find out. So what I did, I got this game we're going to play. I got 3 rounds. We call it Police Lineup. I'm going to bring out some perps. Put them in the lineup. I'm going to read a description of what they did, and you guys have to try to guess which perp is the actual criminal and which are innocent, that they're being lied against. And maybe all 3 of them are innocent, or all 3 of them are guilty, or any combination thereof. So I've got 3 rounds that we're going to play. Ready?
Oh, yep. We're good.
All right, so I'll read all three of them, and then I'll come back to you guys and just put true or false if it's what it is. So I'll read you all three, and then we'll go back over them. All right, perps, get out here. We got the first lineup coming up. It says, Alabama man robs 4 Subways because Jared diet failed. Zachary Torrance, 18, was arrested Friday after allegedly robbing 4 Subway restaurants over 4 days. He stated to the detectives that he had attempted the Jared diet and it didn't work for him. He felt like he should get his money back, and he robbed 4 of them. The police found him and arrested him. So that's perp number 1.
Okay.
Perp number 2. Difficult fingering this robbery suspect after shooting himself. Police said Armando Colon, 19, and Dion Reese, 16, ordered 2 pizzas to be delivered to 3500 block of West Dickens Avenue on January 14th, according to Assistant State Attorney Sarah Carr. When the delivery man arrived with the food, Reese threatened him with a gun. Both Colon and Reese rifled through the man's pockets, took $40 to $50 and the food, and fled the scene. Officials said Colon was eating the stolen pizza and accidentally shot himself while he was handling the gun used in the robbery. Now, why are you eating pizza with the gun in your hand? I don't know.
Boy.
And perp number 3. Man arrested for assaulting McDonald's worker with his pickle. Jonathan Roberts, 38, was arrested by Tallahassee police for assaulting a McDonald's employee. Allegedly, he ordered a quarter-pounder meal plain, and his burger came with extra pickles. Police said Mr. Roberts became so enraged that he parked his truck, went inside, and hit the counter employee in the face with the pickles from his sandwich. So there we go. We got the failed Jared diet, the robber who shoots himself in the finger while eating pizza, and the man arrested for assaulting McDonald's with the pickles from his burger. So, Mike, what do you got? We'll do it one at a time. So,
one at a time.
So I said the first one,
Alabama. I'll let you guys both go. So we'll start with you. Go ahead.
I said I think he's innocent.
So you think that
I don't think he's.
It's false. Then that he was
correct.
Okay.
I don't think he's guilty.
I also had false.
That was true.
Oh, shoot. Not off to a good start.
All right. The robber who shot himself in the finger while eating pizza.
I said he's guilty.
I said true on that one as well.
And that is true.
All right.
Yay.
And the man who was arrested for assaulting the McDonald's worker with his pickles.
False.
I had false as well.
That one is false.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
All right. Get them out of here. Let's bring in the next group. Woman arrested for making an A of herself. I'm going to clean it up. Good one.
Wow.
Linda Walters, 46, of Evergreen, Missouri, was arrested for drunk and disorderly conduct, theft, and destruction of property. Lieutenant Schreier of the Missouri State Police stated that Mrs. Walters had been drinking and taking part in a 4th of July chicken wing eating contest at the Gravel Bar and Grill. After winning the contest, Mrs. Walter left the establishment later that night, stole a donkey from a farm about a half a mile away, and proceeded to ride it up and down Missouri 64, singing "We Are the Champions." Wow. Number 2, we're going international. The case of the liquor store Lothario. Scottish shoplifter Aaron Morrison was picked up after pinching a bottle of vodka from a liquor store. It didn't take long for Sherlock Holmes to find Morrison, though. His name and phone number were left with the clerk after he asked her out on a date. And number 3, we're going down under. This one, is that a kangaroo in your pocket? A Gold Coast man was arrested for public intoxication and indecent exposure. He was got into an altercation with the bartender at Eddie's Grub House after he was told he would not be allowed to bring his pet kangaroo in for a drink. At which point, the man pulled out his male member from his shorts and shouted, "How about something for my little Joey then?" Sheesh. And the police arrested him. All right.
Crikey.
Crikey. That's right. So.
Watch out. Steve Irwin. Cue him up.
He's angry.
All right. So did the woman that was brought in, he's very angry. That's right. It's just his nature, though. The woman arrested for making an A of herself, for stealing a donkey after she won the wing eating contest on the 4th of July.
This one seemed too far-fetched to me,
ahead.
so I said false.
I said true.
It is false.
I think I did bad on this.
The case of the liquor store Lothario. The guy who stole the stuff and then left his phone number and name with the gal so that he could get a date.
I also said true.
Ireland.
True.
True.
Good.
And the man who pulled out his little Joey.
I said true.
I said true.
That one is false.
Oh, man, I only got one out of that group.
2 out of 3 again.
All right, let's bring in the last set of criminals. Number 1. Guess we're out of footlongs.
Are we going back to Subway?
Glizzies.
Tyrion Pouncey brandished a firearm and demanded employees empty the cash register at the hot dog stand.
Oh.
After the crook snagged the money, he rather carelessly holstered his weapon in his waistband, causing the gun to discharge, inadvertently shooting him in his own penis.
Oh.
The man phoned 911 and told them he'd been shot. Chicago police found an incapacitated Pouncey slumped in the doorway of a residential property. He had a gunshot wound to his genitals and leg. So that was 1. 2. Well, that stinks. A suspect in Missouri wanted for possession of a controlled substance is likely regretting recent food choices after loud farting revealed his or her hiding spot near Liberty, Missouri. If you've got a felony warrant on your arrest, the cops are looking for you, and you pass gas loud, it gives up your hiding spot. You're definitely having a poop emoji day, the Clay County Sheriff's Office posted on their Facebook page. So they found if somebody was hiding from the cops. They farted real loud. The cops found him and arrested him. And the last perp. Never smile at a crocodile. Typically, the nudity has something to do with drug abuse. But this time, the excuse the naked intruder gave the cops is crazy. According to a report, a man is facing multiple charges after police said he broke into a random Phoenix house while naked. The suspect, 68-year-old Eugene Howard Shelton, reportedly told investigators he did it because an alligator was chasing him. The report also states that the children inside the house tried to refuse to let him in, but he forced his way in. The kids called their father, who was nearby, who rushed home to find Shelton in the house sitting on the couch wearing only his socks. When the police arrived, they found Shelton laying in the driveway with the father, a homeowner, standing next to him. They found his boxers and fanny pack with some pills inside near the front door of the home. Shelton admitted to the officers that he'd smoked meth earlier. Shelton was arrested on charges including burglary, indecent exposure, and resisting arrest. All right. So let's go here. Mike, we got guess we're out of footlongs and shoots himself in the privates.
This one, I'm up in the air, but we had somebody who already on a true story shot themselves. That kind of makes me dissuade from taking this one, but I am going to say true.
You're going to say true, huh?
I'm going with
I went false.
It is true.
Oh, man, I'm not doing well on these.
Well, that stinks. The perp that was hiding from the cops farts real loud and the cops hear him and they arrest him.
I want this to be true so bad. I really do, but I said false.
I have false on it as well.
It is true.
Oh, man.
And the third one, the man who the alligator was after, so he stripped naked and runs inside a house.
I went false across the board.
I can see a meth head doing this, so I said true.
It is true. All 3 perps.
Oh, I had all 3 false.
All right. So let's see. Mike, you had 2 out of 3.
I had, it's 6 out of 9. Total.
Yeah, I didn't do well in this game. I only had 3 out of 9.
I had 2 out of 3 on each section.
Yep. All right. I try to find some crazy, just ones that sound.
These are good.
Like they will not be true. Now, I do have a question for you. If you were, and I quote, the gentleman who robs the hot dog stand, and you shove that pistol down in your pants, and the gun goes off, and let's say it misses everything, are you relieved or kind of disappointed? I mean, if that close range, if you miss, what does that say? What is? I mean, you don't want to get shot.
You got to go with relieved, I think, but
when they take you to prison and they're going to say you did what and you missed, like, yeah.
Well, because if that happened, the next time you shoot yourself, you're probably going to miss then because you already took off part of it.
That's true. That's true. So, all right. Well, that was it. That was the last one I had.
What's funny, that brought up, it made me think of a news story I read today. It was in New Hampshire.
Yep.
A 74-year-old man was arrested at an amusement park in New Hampshire last week after he shot guests by being drunk and naked at a lazy river. John Carabello of Somerville was lying naked by a lazy river pool at Kenobi Lake Park, Salem on July 3rd around 6 p.m. So this guy was hammered. What really cracked me up, though, was his picture. This guy is Howdy Doody from the 50s.
Oh, my goodness. He is Howdy Doody.
But, yeah, dude got drunk and he was passed out and naked at the lazy river.
Now, listen, I am not condoning public intoxication or nudity, but I feel lazy river kind of makes you feel like I could be naked and drunk at the lazy river.
It sounds like he didn't quite make it onto the ride, maybe, but he was there, and he's got a good smile. He's happy about it.
He's happy at the lazy river.
He was like Otis on Andy Griffith. They kept him overnight because they said nobody would come pick him up, and I think he sobered up, and they sent him on his way.
Although I don't think Otis was ever drunk and naked.
No,
maybe.
No, I don't.
We never saw it. But
we never saw that.
They didn't have a lazy river back then.
But
they just had a regular river.
Yeah, it sounded like some children saw him out there.
That's where you're in trouble.
You get on a list.
Yes, you do.
He was heavily intoxicated.
I would hope so. Not that makes it better.
That's kind of like you miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing that,
all right,
not
Mike,
so.
If you were arrested for being naked at the lazy river, would you rather be drunk or not? It's like, well, I got to get drunk.
You have to be drunk.
I have to be inebriated.
You have to be.
Inebriated. I cannot speak tonight.
Inebriated.
Maybe I'm inebriated. But I think you got to go, I better be just drunk. I can't be sober.
So he's right up there with some of your other lineup.
Yeah, it was hard to think of crazy things though. That
was a good segment.
So I'll try
we'll try
to do this again sometime, and but I'll start trying to put some stuff together. I found a ton of crazy real ones.
Yeah,
so it's like I got them bookmarked.
Hey, they fooled me.
Some of them just seem like really. It's like they can't really have done that, but no, they did.
My little Joey.
My little Joey. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in to the show. We do appreciate it. If you like what you hear, or even if you don't, hit that share button. If you don't like it, send it to somebody you hate and annoy them. Give us a 5-star.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Give us a 5-star rating. Give us a review. We love that. Check us out on all our social media feeds. We put different videos out there. We're on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, X, all of them, Facebook. Check out the Off the Tongue podcast. There's a bunch of different podcasts on there. If we're not your cup of tea, maybe one of those are. Check them out as well. And we hope you guys are tuning in 7 days. Until then, see you
later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.